I'm Michael Malden, but everybody calls me Fuzzy. I'm from Liberty Hill, Texas, and I've been fighting robots for 15 years. When I'm not fighting robots, I raise cattle, and I drive my Jeep to far and away places where I'm the only person within, a million acres, and I shoot pictures of the night sky. Yeah, I'm also known as the guy who invented the Lycos search engine, but that was back, when the web was made out of wooden sticks and gas piping, so nobody remembers that. PolarVortex is a new class of robot that I invented last year. And there aren't new classes of robots that come along very often, so I'm very proud of it. It's what I call a lifting wedge. Now the typical wedge is just slanted shape, heavy metal, some wheels. If it gets under you, it puts you up against the wall, you push up against the wall, it's a boring fight. Fighting robots is rock, paper, scissors. So spinner, lifter, wedge. So the spinners are the ones that win because they have so much insane power. And the only way to beat a spinner is with a wedge. But if you have a wedge, you're susceptible to being lifted. So by combining the benefits of a wedge, a big piece of metal on the front, with the ability to lift the wedge up, then you've got two different classes, so maybe you can win the rock, paper, scissors fight. What's different about PolarVortex is, instead of having a robot and the top part of the robot lifts up, there are two arms on the side that are very light. They push down and the entire robot lifts up. What that means is I can very, very firmly mount the wedge to the body of the robot. So when a very powerful spinner hits the wedge, it doesn't just fly off because the arm is weak. The entire robot is the wedge. But once it's under you, it can push down with those arms and lift you up and flip you over. Push up against the side of the wall and stick you there. So I get the advantages of lifters and wedges. One of my proudest possessions is my second place medal from 2006 Robo Games in the middleweight division. And that robot went on that year to be the national champion.
The friends here, it's beyond kind of friendship. I mean, I'm extremely close with a lot of people involved in the sport, although it's not exactly social, although I do some things. Gary, Jin, and I are big drag racing fans, so we go to drag racing together. But there's something about building these things, and I think it has to do with the difficulty that generates just this incredible respect for the other people involved in the sport. And you know what you go through, and you know what they had to go through to get where they are. And it's a camaraderie. You're in the same club together. You go through this torture, it costs you money, it's time. You order the thing, they sell it, they ship it to you, and they forget to pack it. And you have all this crazy stuff that goes on. And we all kind of share that. And so in the sport, there's been a lot of political stuff that goes on. And it's been great. It's been great having friends and people you can talk to about it.
I have seen Pump in action. It's a great idea. You have a horizontal bar spinner, which is a very effective way to build a spinner. But he drives with a wedge on the back first. So while he's driving at you with the wedge, he's letting the energy build up in his weapon. Again, PolarVortex is very good at being low. So as long as I can stay under him, I'm pretty much safe from either end of his robot.
PolarVortex. Fuzzy and I have probably fought, 5 or 6 times over all the years. I don't think he's ever beaten me. What seems to annoy him more than it... you have to check. I mean, I know I beat him in his very first BattleBots match, and he still talks about that. He's got a pretty deadly robot, so those wedge things could be a pain, depending on how they're coming at you. So I think on those, here again, doing the spinning bar, going at him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a heavyweight preliminary bout. In the blue corner from San Francisco, California, using a full aluminum body and undercutting blade, the robot designed by Stephen Cook. Let's hear it for Pump. In the red square, from Austin, Texas, a Fuzzy Malden and Team Lazy Toad creation. It's the two-wheel drive wedge of PolarVortex. Red team is ready. Blue team is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a robot fight. Let's count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fight! Robots, fight! Now, PolarVortex is not only a wedge, but it's a lifting wedge. Those exposed wheels, chop them off, do some damage. Looking power to get him on the side. It looks like Brett is wedged into the side of the arena, preventing that. Trying to get it up on the side. Can he do it? Now. The time is run out. This fight will go to our arena side judges. That is a tough one to call. A really tough one to call. Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it for the robots. Ladies and gentlemen, the official call is 18 to 14 for Polar Vortex.
Fuzzy, 18-15 Polar Vortex.
Ooh, that was a close fight. I wasn't even sure. I didn't know if I won or lost.
That's a really close one. And you know, the thing that's interesting is you got a lot of juicy targets for a spinner. Your linkage is external. You got big wheels out there.
Well, I got big wheels so I don't get stuck. Little wheels get stuck, and that's even more embarrassing.
Yeah. So, how do you feel? I mean, that was a really tough match.
Oh, first of all, I'm just happy to finally get a fight. It's been so long. It's the second day. I love Steven. I've known him forever. He was my first loss back in 2000.
You never forget your first loss.
He handed me that, but he's such a great guy.
Yeah.
I'm happy I pulled it out. But you know, I got him over there, and he was like wedged in the door, and I couldn't lift him any farther. I was trying to lift the arena.
Because we were waiting just at the end. You almost got like a full lift on him, but he got away.
Yeah, well, you know, he's not going to sit there and just take it.
No, he doesn't.
No.
He doesn't. Well, great match. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Go back to the pits and.
Yeah, I got a lot. I won, but I got a lot to fix.
Yeah. All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, so you lost this match, but it looked like you were giving PolarVortex a good beating.
I've got spin-up problems. It takes a long time to get that thing going. And it's a really twitchy robot, and I drive like lunatic, and it doesn't really fit with lunatic driving style, so it's just going over. I mean, in practice I could calm down, but here I have trouble calming down. Two-wheel robots, they don't want to go straight. Four-wheel robots want to go straight. And so that's the big problem on that one. So
yeah, but you did manage to get a big chunk off of his lifter.
Yeah, I did off that. So that felt good. So yeah, so I wanted to see how my weapon held up on that one. So yeah. And Fuzzy and I are old buddies, so it's always great fighting him. And we've known each other since the beginning of time, and he's a really great guy. So it feels good fighting him. And I think this is the first time he's beaten me. So
that's something big for him.
And I only might have beaten him twice before that. So it's not like a big deal. It's not like 21-0, but I think that, so I'm glad. So yeah, it's cool. And we're pitted right beside each other.
And you're still going to the B side and going to be doing some more matches. So
yeah, I'll be in the losers bracket, which knowing me will probably be in 20 minutes. So.
Well, good luck.
It feels really good to be in there. You know, I mean, you do all this waiting, and I'm really glad I could fight early in the day because you wait and it just drives you crazy. So yeah, it all went well. So yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Good job and good luck.